Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am so excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. I'm giddy about this one because it was really hard for me to build. Okay, so we are building in the new world of Ciudad Enamorada. I tried. Did I do it? Did I do okay? That is the new world that came with the Love Struck expansion pack. And I love this world. It's beautiful. And I really wanted to build something aside from the starter that I built in this world. I wanted to build something that was a little bit bigger, but I didn't want to build on like a 50 by 40. This isn't a 50 by 40 lot. I think this might be a 30 by 30. I think, I can't remember, but the lot sizes are pretty big in this world. There's no like 20 by 15s, at least not that I can remember. I haven't spent too much time here, but yeah, they really liked the large lot sizes in this world, and that was really intimidating. Also, I just want to remind you all that I was gifted this pack as a member of the EA Creator Network, so I do want to thank EA for giving me access to this pack in the first place. It's no longer early access, but I figured I would just mention it for good measure. But yeah, so we're building a townhouse for a single sim. Now, you probably saw that I whipped out a couple of the shells from the debug menu because I thought that would be a nice way for me to do a build on a lot this big without committing to something huge. I was thinking of doing a residential rental lot. For those of you that have for rent, you can make your own rental units, and this would be a great opportunity to do that. You can make like 3 separate little townhouses and actually rent them all out. There could be 3 vacancies, and each one, I think, to actually reach this height too. I want to say there's 3 floors to match the height of these shells, which was, it was really intimidating. I also dressed up the shells a little tiny bit with some outdoor lighting, some flower boxes and things like that, just to kind of, like I said, dress them up a bit, but I didn't go too nuts with it. I added a few things outside as well. And if you didn't notice, I tried to make it look like these were on a street. Now, it doesn't really fit where the lot is. There isn't a street right in front of it. There's a street off to the left-hand side, but it's also enclosed by a wall, like a stone wall with a lot of greenery and stuff. So it doesn't really fit, but I thought it looked cool, so don't come for me. You can get rid of it if you want to. But just so you know, we are only working on 1 townhouse, but it's got 3 floors. This was a lift. I was surprised how long it actually took me. And let me just say too, that I was very intimidated. I am very intimidated by this pack, because a lot of the items, I don't do build and buy overviews when I get early access. It's just not my thing. There's a lot of them out there, and other folks do them much better than I would. I would just be squealing at everything, to be completely fair. So one of the things that really intimidates me about this pack, though, are a lot of the really bright colors. I think you all know me if you've been around the channel for enough time. Super bright colors are just not really my thing. I use them a lot in kids' rooms because that just feels natural to me. But when it comes to decorating interiors or even doing exteriors, I go for a lot of neutral colors. I do. You can call me boring if you want. That's fine. I might cry, but I'll get over it because it's just a fact. I like my neutral colors. So trying to build something really colorful on the exterior and the interior, at first, it made my skin crawl, okay? Just don't. If you love color, I'm so glad. This is totally going to be for you, but it was really hard for me to do this. It was so tough, but I was determined to make it work. I really was. So this is going to be 3 stories, like I mentioned, and there are going to be technically 2 bedrooms. There could be a 3rd. There's like a small study that you could probably turn into an additional bedroom. So I'll also preface saying this, even though I designed this for a single sim, yes, and you'll see why. A single sim. This could easily be a family home. If you took the study on the 2nd floor and turned it into another bedroom, boom, there you go. If you took the entire 3rd floor and maybe changed up the floor plan, you could have an additional like 2 or 3 bedrooms. It's a huge freaking townhouse. But that's not the route that I went. I'll do a family home at some point, but this pack is very much centered on single sims and couples, so I'm kind of focusing on that for the moment. But the interior took me so long to solidify. The only thing that I knew I wanted to do was use these love seats from the Crystal Creations kit. I have not used them yet, definitively. I've tried to use them a ton, and I haven't been able to do it. But I wanted to use those so badly in this orange swatch because I thought it was so pretty. I love yellow and orange, I'm realizing. And being able to use the purple swatch of these pillows that came from the login rewards, as well as the dark blue to kind of tie in the blues from the door and the windows, but the purple also matches the rug. It all came together, and I was really surprised how, I don't even know if you can call it mismatched. Is it mismatchy? I can't really tell. I know that yellow and purple, I believe, I think they're complementary colors, but mixing all these other colors together, I was just so hesitant. And I'm using the medium wall height on this first floor, as well as I think the third floor. And you all know me, medium wall height is not my thing. I love the short wall height. Medium wall height is too tall for me. I try to decorate every blank spot of wall, especially because I used just like a plain white wall in this living space at first. I wasn't having it, you guys. I was really, really struggling to decorate this space, but I was trying to trust the process. I'm not kidding when I tell you, I think it took me about 3 or 4 hours just to figure out the living room. That's how much I was struggling. But then once I did that, the rest of the build was so easy. I felt so much better. I felt so much better once I had the living room done. And I ended up loving the living room. Now, the only thing is that there's no television. I just added the record player from Get Famous because I was thinking that the sim that lived here, single sim, rather successful in whatever it is that they do because they have this beautiful, huge townhouse, and they were able to make a third floor like woohoo den. Don't judge me. But they love to entertain. So they always have friends or lovers over, and they have the space to do it. They don't spend time watching TV and getting distracted in that way. They listen to music, they read, they talk with their friends that they constantly have over. Not that there's anything wrong with watching TV, but I just didn't add one here. So if you do want to have a television, you're gonna have to add one, find a way to do that. But now we're working on the kitchen, which I love. I love the kitchen. I think the placement of the windows really kind of threw me for a loop. I was so worried about how it looked on the exterior, but I end up abandoning that really, really quick just to make sure that it looked nice. I just wanted it to look nice, and I think where things were falling on the grid at first, especially with where the windows were placed, it was a little bit wonky, and it makes it difficult to place these tiles that we got with the new pack as well. It's great because you can kind of make your own backsplash, and I did that in all the bathrooms, the little mudroom leading out to the backyard and the kitchen. But if you have windows placed off the grid, if you will, kind of like half on the grid, not completely aligned, it makes it difficult to use them. And when they overlap, they glitch out like crazy. So that's a qualm. It's a qualm I have. Am I so happy that we have things like this? 100%. Like, these tiles are beautiful. I loved being able to add them as decoration pieces and bring that touch to every single room I put them in. Loved it. But that was something that I'm gonna have to get used to because it was a little bit difficult. And now I don't even know if you can call this a galley kitchen. It's literally just one side of the wall, and then I think there's a dishwasher in that little nook there with the 2 countertops. And I didn't realize we got this this bar height table with the new pack as well as bar stools. I loved it. I thought this was so nice, just a simple bar height table. It's so pretty, and I got to use this orange cushion swatch for the seats. Everything was coming together. When I use color, it has to be very bright and happy. I can't use like bright green, blue, and why am I trying to pair off colors right now? They have to be very sunshiny colors to me. Like orange and yellow and bright blue are very just happy colors to me, and that's what I have to do if I'm going to use color. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's still early in the morning for me. I have my coffee. I've been doing this a lot more. I've been like clinking my nails on my coffee mug just to let you all know that I'm just hanging out with my coffee, sputtering into a microphone to tell you about a build I made in this little pixel game. But yeah, I do love this kitchen. I think it's really nice. It is fully functional. I did playtest the kitchen specifically because I wanted to make sure that your Sims could use the stove and the oven. That was my main concern, and they can, which is great. I also added that indoor wall fan in every single bathroom. I don't know why, but I did. I did though. I don't know why I did that. I also decorated the bathroom kind of off camera just because I was trying to sort it out, but this is going to be the little mud room, and I added a washer and dryer here, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. It's not in the bathroom. You have some space in the bathroom to freaking breathe, but you've got a washer and dryer if you want to play with laundry. If you don't have it or you don't want to play with laundry, just take it right out of this build, get rid of the hampers that are in some of the bathrooms, and you will be golden. That is what I will say to that. I don't always play with laundry. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do it. Other times I just have no interest in doing it whatsoever because it's a task. It's like an everyday task in this game. All right, so now we're on to the second floor, and here's where the primary bedroom is. It's very plainly decorated, still as colorful as the rest of the townhouse itself, but I think still slightly reserved and calm for sleeping. I always think about that, not that your Sims give a rat's, but you know, I think about that all the time. But it's very calm. There is an ensuite bathroom. And then the other room that's up here, as I mentioned, is the little study, like a little office. I was originally thinking maybe it was for a matchmaker or a counselor or something. Like this is where they actually have clients maybe come up and have sessions in the office space, but I thought that was a little bit off. It didn't seem super professional. Maybe that's not really the word I'm looking for. Maybe that's not what I'm going for. I don't think I made it where it was actually suited for that. But maybe this sim is really interested in intimacy and relationships and does spend a lot of time learning, you know what I mean? Learning about those things and exploring those things. So they do have a study and maybe they have a large collection of books. They spend time in there doing that. They also have a guitar. We got a guitar with this pack. It's beautiful. You know what it reminds me of? The guitar from Coco. I haven't seen Coco in full, which is such a travesty because I know it's an adorable, sweet movie. I haven't seen it in full and I really want to now because the guitar made me think about it. And it almost made me cry. I haven't even seen the whole movie. But I added that guitar in here too, I think off camera. So maybe they just come in here, sit in one of their heart-shaped armchairs and just fiddle with their guitar. It seemed like a sweet little idea. I don't know. I also used this bookshelf from the Crystal Creations kit. Yeah, I used it twice in this build. I haven't used it a lot. I was really excited about that too. I really haven't had the chance to use it that much, so I was stoked because then we've got 2 bookshelves with ladders. It's nice. All right, and now we're on to the third floor. This is the Woohoo Den, y'all. I used Don Lothario to playtest this because of course I did. Got him in his little Cupid costume, had him sitting on that vibrator bed, just waiting for whoever his date is. Ooh, listen, I really like it. I used platforms a little bit here because again, we're at like medium wall height. It's a bit much for me. I didn't know how I was going to fill the space, but up here, I'm not going to say it's a full loft per se because there's a door, but there's the room and then there's the huge bathroom as well with like a jet tub, the open shower head and sliding door. The bathroom might not be my favorite thing. I struggle to lay it out because it's such a long shape, but this room here, I love it. I use reds and blacks and like kind of the soft pink. I thought it was beautiful. We've got candles on the 2 nightstands, that big entire wall. That's a huge mirror. And then I think what we end up putting here too is the bear rug, which is technically a picnic rug. I believe your Sims can put that. Can they put that in their inventory so they can have picnics elsewhere? I feel like they can. I didn't test that particular thing, but I did have Dawn sitting on the rug just to see if it was usable. Not that you'd have a picnic inside in this room, but I think your Sims can cuddle on there and stuff like that too. I didn't put a fireplace. I tried. I thought that would be kind of a nice touch, but I didn't end up doing that because I just didn't really have the space. So I've got the bear rug. There's a 1-tile bar, by the way. No one told me. I don't know how any of you all did not tell me this. There's a 1-tile bar that came with this pack, which is great because the only other one we have was the login rewards one. And this one's so nice. There's like bottles of nectar on the bottom. So we've got the 1-tile bar just in case you want to have a little drink. And then I got to use this swatch of that painting. I told you it's going to be in every single one of these builds for this pack. I swear I love it. I don't know why. I think it's because it reminds me of Jose Pedro Bamacita Pascal. Just a little bit. Maybe it's the mustache. It's the facial hair. Listen, I love Pedro. We also have the costume chest up here too. All the things you need to have a fun little time with your date. I also added some candle sconces around here, but in the screenshots, you will see that the lighting is different because I think I changed it all to red. Ooh, the vibes in here are immaculate. And this is me trying to play around with the fireplace. Again, it didn't end up working. I didn't end up keeping it, but we do have 2 armchairs that I put over to the side, to the left-hand side. And then I also add, I want to say some half walls and some beams just to separate this platform space a little bit more. And then we move on to the backyard where there's a grill, picnic table. We've got a picnic blanket out there to have your own little picnic if you'd like. There's like the laundry line and not really too much else. You can add more activities if you want to. If you make this a family home, you can absolutely make those adjustments as well to make it a little bit more kid friendly. But this is pretty much it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed this. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
De noche canto por ti, tú no respondes, luna te perdí por otra mujer, por otra mujer, por otra mujer. Otra mujer, todas mis culpas y todos mis delitos, no quiero aceptar que todo acabará por otra mujer, fallaste, por otra mujer. Luna de noche, canto por ti, tú no respondes, luna te perdí.